Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the shop. I've got the mill moved back into position, which of course means I've been up top and cut the stops off and moved them back to their original spots and got them welded back on, which was a bit of a chore in and of itself because the cord on my welder wouldn't reach it. But I got that done, and the mill is now situated where I'm satisfied with it. I got enough room I can open the cabinet door on the side and get in to do any work that might need to be done. And I've got about 3 feet on this end between the normal position of the boring mill and the end of this table to be able to get through there, so that should be good enough. I don't think I'll take up more than 3 feet walking through there. And that's just when it's in that one particular spot. If it's moved out or back, it's more than that. Then if the table's extended all the way this way on the boring mill, it goes down to about 1.5 feet clearance between the two, which is still good enough that I can get through there and normally not running the table all the way over as far as it'll go. So today's little project is I want to get this rough leveled in. It's been sitting for a couple of years without having been leveled at all. So I figure I want to get it leveled once, and that'll, any twist or anything that's in it, I give it some time to settle out, and also I can see if this floor is moving in here any. I do want to see when I back the semi truck in here with the boring mill on it, if it affects it any or not. That was one of the reasons for the thick, heavy slab, was to try to induce less deflection in it as weight went on and off of it, because the slab weight versus what you're adding to it gets to be, it's a closer ratio than if it was like a 6-inch slab or something like that. You put 40,000 pounds on it, that's a lot of weight compared to what the slab itself is. Whereas these these sections they're 2 trucks a piece, so they're like probably 150,000 pounds, something. Anyway, we'll get you over here and we'll take a look at the leveling setup. So this machine, much like the boring mill, has spherical jack bolts on it with special washers with spherical cups cut in. They're not nearly as big on this machine as the HBM, but it's the same kind of principle. And those are sitting on top of some 6-inch steel plates to spread the weight out over the concrete. They did not have this machine bolted down where I bought it from, and it had been there since it was new, and it had passed all of its inspections being that way, so I'm going to have it the same way here. That'll give me the opportunity to move this some if I find that I need to later on, but for now I'm just wanting to get it kind of leveled up here. So like I said, so I can see what's going on with it, if anything. So that's the adjustments. I'm going to adjust the front two and the back two to get it level, and then I'll bring the other 4 into contact so where they'll try and all hold the same amount of weight, and I'll recheck it all. So you can see with a standard level, it looks like it's pretty level, but the precision level says otherwise. That's why they're finicky, fussy things. As you can see, the precision level is indicating that it's quite a bit out of level there. And I guess I need to check it front to back. So this corner apparently needs to come down. And it says the back end's high. So maybe I'll drop that first. I believe the divisions on this level are 2/10 per line. So it's a very sensitive level. It shouldn't take much to move it at all. But let me get the jack screws loose that aren't carrying, besides the ones that are in the front and the back, the ones in the middle, and we'll see what we get here. All right, it's all loose except for the 4 corners. So Let's start with that back corner since I knew it needed to go down on the opposite side. And I'm going to drop that back in. Still says it needs to come down, looks like. Uh-oh, got movement. Getting dangerously close. Half blow. Above. Makes it come a little bit more. I can't zero this out some now. It's within range. Yep. Much. Closer now, so let me get you squared up. Just a little more on this other side. So cold, the glycerin's too thick for it to move, I think. I'm gonna say that there is level. I believe that'll be good enough for this. Now let's see about front to back. Still need to drop the back. Well, that's as reasonably level as I can get it. It's within 2/10 either direction. So now I'm gonna go around and try and put the same amount of downforce on each bolt and see if I can keep it level. I'm gonna call that good enough for an initial leveling. It's looking pretty close. I'm within 2/10 anyway, according to what the vial scale should be, or 2/10 over a foot, which is plenty good. Will be interesting to see if it moves around any. I need to get, next time I do this, I'll probably put some spacers underneath here so that any irregularities in this table don't transfer over into this. But it must be pretty close, because when you flip it around, it's the same reading. Right there, right on the bubbles. So, satisfied with that. And to show good the other way too. Lined up, so. For getting this moved, I'm glad to have it over out of the floor where I can get through here with the trailer again, which if it ever warms up, maybe I can get the semi truck started and bring it down here and start getting boring mill bits unloaded. But the way it is right now, it'd never start, and I can't get electric out there to where it is to plug it in. So it's just gonna have to stay where it is for now and hope it warms up someday. I guess 3 months till spring, so I can always get it done then. In the meantime, I guess I'll be trying to come up with enough fundage to buy some insulation, and I can be working on that and getting some plywood and stuff put in here for the walls before I get too much equipment in here and I can't move around. I am anxious to get power to this thing and power it up and get it back working again. The hydraulic unit's also up there with the semi. I gotta get it and bring it down here, get it hooked up, and after that, I guess it'll be time to see what happens. I still need a transformer too, so gotta come up with that, or decide whether or not this transformer that's on this machine can just be disconnected and the machine run at 230 instead of 460. I need to try and find an electrical diagram and see if I can look through it and figure that out. So, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I'll catch y'all later. Now, some people have asked what the temperature, how the floor is doing in here, and there you can see we're holding right around 40 degrees. Bailey's a little warmer. He's hanging in there about 60. The mills and the equipment in here stays around 25. Currently, it's around 10 outside, so gained a little bit considering there's no insulation. But as Bailey will say, it's time to go in.